In this video, we're going to talk about the solutions to 4 examples from the single replacement portion of the problem set. Now, the way that I generally would like this to work is that I would like you to try the problem before you actually look up the solution. But if you're totally lost, you can check the solution for the first one and then try the second one and keep going that way. I am not going to be balancing these equations. I trust that you can do that on your own. We're just going to go through how to do the single replacement, how to see what the different states of matter are, and how to determine if the reaction actually occurs. For this, we're going to look at the last 4 on this section of the problem set, so starting at number 14. We have sodium phosphate reacting with potassium. The formula for sodium phosphate is Na3PO4, right? Phosphate's -3, sodium's +1, and this is going to be AQ. Potassium is going to be K, and it's a solid. First thing we have to do is check on our activity series. Is potassium higher than sodium? So can it kick it out? Yes, potassium is higher than sodium. It will kick sodium out of the compound. So that means that we're going to have potassium with phosphate. So K with PO4. K is +1, PO4 is -3. So potassium phosphate is K3PO4. And then the sodium goes off on its own. Now, if we look up solubility, potassium phosphate is soluble, so that will be AQ. And sodium will just be a solid. Right, so this is the replacement reaction for number 14. For 15, we have gold plus hydrochloric acid. Gold is AU, and gold is obviously a solid at room temperature. Hydrochloric acid, well, hydro means it's binary, so it's going to be H with one other element. In this case, chloric says it's going to be chlorine. H is +1, Cl is -1, they cancel. For the state of matter, all acids are going to be AQ no matter what. So hydrochloric acid, HCl, aqueous. Reaction arrow, and now we check, is gold more reactive than hydrogen? Nope. Gold is at the bottom of our activity series. Hydrogen's near the bottom, but not quite at the bottom. Gold is much less reactive than hydrogen. Therefore, it cannot replace hydrogen. So this is going to be a no reaction, right? Gold is lower than hydrogen. So AU lower than hydrogen. Okay, so again, this is how double or single replacement does not happen. For 16, magnesium and aluminum hydroxide. Magnesium is Mg. Again, most metals are solid. Aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum is Al. Hydroxide is OH. Al is +3, OH is -1. So drop and swap means I have to put parentheses in a 3. Aluminum hydroxide will be a solid. Our reaction arrow, now we check, is magnesium more reactive than aluminum? Yes, magnesium is more reactive, so it's going to replace aluminum, which means we're going to have magnesium with hydroxide. Magnesium is +2, hydroxide is -1, means MgOH2. And then aluminum is going to go off on its own, Al. Aluminum is obviously a solid. Magnesium hydroxide, we looked that up on the solubility chart, and we see that magnesium hydroxide is also a solid. So this is the replacement for number 16. For the last one, number 17, we have iron and copper 2 sulfate. Iron is Fe, and it's a solid. Copper 2 sulfate means we have copper and sulfate ions. Copper 2 means that this copper is +2, Sulfate is -2. +2 and -2 cancel, so just CuSO4. And this will be aqueous, it dissolves in water. We check. Iron is above copper on the activity series, so it will replace copper. That means we're going to have iron with sulfate plus copper metal on its own. Now we still need to go back and do our formula for this. For iron, I told you on the previous page that when you have the iron for this problem set, to use +3. Sulfate is -2. Those charges don't cancel, so I'm going to drop and swap the 2 down here and the 3 down here. Iron sulfate is aqueous, and copper is solid. So those are the solutions to the last 4 problems of this section of the problem set. If you have any questions, feel free to email me during the course of today or tomorrow. But aside from that, good luck.